and they should be deported. But like Trump said, yeah, let's start with the real bad ones. Start with the convicted criminals. Get them out of here. These people should not be here anyways. Why are they here? What is people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new video, and I hope everyone is having a great day. I'm having a great day myself. And before I get into it, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, join the channel today. Again, these are all great ways to support the daily content, but enough of the promotional stuff. Let's get into it, because Donald Trump just had his first interview since he won the presidential election. Yeah, that's right. After weeks of really saying nothing since he won, we finally get our first interview of Trump post-election, and I gotta be honest, it was a really good interview considering it was on NBC. Yeah, that's right. For whatever reason, Trump thought, I should do my first interview post-election, not on like Fox News, but you know what? Let's go on NBC, which seems crazy, but to me, this sounds like Trump wanted to make fun of these people. Like, hey, I'm the president-elect. Like, oh, what are you gonna do about it for the next 4 years? I don't know why he went on NBC, but either way, I would say he did a pretty good job with this interview, considering it was Kristen Welker, who is not bad compared to someone like, I don't know, Joy Reid or Rachel Maddow, but that's not really saying much. But either way, I would say Trump had a pretty solid interview on NBC, so let's get into it. In an interview with Kristen Welker, Trump said he'll work to extend the tax cuts passed in his first term. He said he will not seek to impose restrictions on abortion pills. He plans to deport millions of undocumented immigrants and try to end birthright citizenship. And he said the pardons for January 6 rioters will happen on day one, arguing many have endured overly harsh treatment in prisons, which he's not wrong. I mean, listen, he's not talking about people that actually cause damage. That's a whole separate conversation. But even then, a lot of these people that did do some bad stuff on January 6th should be treated as, like, I don't know, terrorists in Guantanamo Bay. I mean, that's how some of these people are being treated. It's like, really? Like, I'm not defending what some people did, but the majority of these people, they did nothing. Yet they're being thrown in jail and they've been stuck there for 4 years. It's like, wait, what are we doing here? These people, most of these people did nothing, and they're getting very harsh treatment for January 6th, which, again, I'm not saying it was a perfect or normal day. I'm not saying that whatsoever, but like 99% of people that are in jail right now, did they really do anything? Did they do anything that bad to be thrown in jail for 4 years? I don't think so. So I'm glad that Trump is saying, hey, we're going to pardon a bunch of these people for doing nothing on January 6th. He's not really even talking about people that did commit violence. I think he even said that if you were a peaceful protester that like walked into the Capitol and did nothing, yeah, you're probably going to pardon. If you broke windows, well, that's a different story. And I can understand why he'd be saying, maybe some of these people that broke windows, they're being treated like garbage. But maybe not a full-blown pardon. We'll see, though. Maybe Trump pardons everyone. I guess it's possible, but we'll see. The interview covered a range of topics, during which he continued to keep some space between himself and the conservative Project 2025 that was intended to be a blueprint for his administration to implement new policies, which I'm getting sick and tired of this lie. Now, is it true that he's hired people from Project 2025? Yes, that is true. But that doesn't mean that, oh, secretly, Project 2025 is going to take over the government. No. Some people that wrote it, yeah, they're going to work with Trump, but Trump has his own agenda, Agenda 47, which, yeah, there are similarities, but it's not the same thing as Project 2025, which most of it's good, but let's be honest, it's never going to pass, and it will not be that popular. At least chunks of it aren't that popular. But I'm getting sick of people saying, it's all a grand conspiracy for Project 2025, which, again, you could see aspects of it, especially when it comes to government reform, but are you going to really see the main parts of, like, Project 2025 saying, we got to ban abortion, ban gay marriage? I highly doubt that basically any Republican, let alone someone like Trump, who's a bit more socially moderate, would touch any of that stuff. But for whatever reason, some people have convinced themselves that, no, Trump is this far-right lunatic that's going to ban gay marriage. It's like, what are you talking about? But while he once disavowed the policy guidebook, he embraced it more closely and agreed some of the drafters are now part of his incoming administration. Who cares? Like, okay, yeah, some guy that helped wrote it, he's in the administration. That doesn't mean that Trump is actually controlled by these people. He's not. he agrees with them on some stuff like immigration, government reform. You may see those aspects of Project 2025 in the government, but you're not going to see, like, maybe not even 90% of the stuff in the guidebook. It's not going to be in the administration. He said he would consider raising the federal minimum wage, which has been $7.25 an hour since 2009, but would like to consult with the nation's governors. I will agree it's a very low number, he said, which, listen, I'm not saying the minimum wage should be $30 an hour. That's crazy. But let's be real. The current minimum wage, it's worthless. It's $7.25. Is there really any place anywhere paying $7.25? I highly doubt that. Now, again, I'm not saying Trump should make it $30 an hour, but I would say like 85% of people, they would probably agree with upping it to like, I don't know, $12 an hour or something, which might be low now. But to me, this is a free win. If you raise it to like $12 an hour or whatever, is anyone going to really say it's going to change much? I don't think so, but most people would approve of it. They would say, yeah, we support raising the minimum wage, which, funny enough, it would mean Trump would be the first president since Obama to see the minimum wage go up, which would be hilarious. But either way, I think it's a free win. Just don't make it some crazy amount. And yeah, of course, work with the governors. Figure out, okay, what's a reasonable number right now that's not crazy, that's going to cripple some states, right? That's common sense. We'll see what he does with the minimum wage, but I don't really see any negative with this whatsoever. He said his children won't join him as White House aides, a departure from his last term when daughter Ivanka Trump and son-in-law Jared Kushner both served as senior advisors with West Wing offices. I'll miss them, he said. He didn't address a question about what role his wife Melania Trump will play in a new term, though he described the future First Lady as both very elegant and very popular. And yeah, Melania Trump is beloved by most people. No one really hates Melania except the schizophrenics on the left. But notice the first part. He said, hey, Ivanka Trump, Jared Kushner, these people are not going to be in the next administration, which, of all the things Trump has said as of now when it comes to his second administration, when it comes to who's going to be in it, this is the biggest W. These two, especially Ivanka Trump, were worthless. At least Jared Kushner, he was kind of good when it came to foreign policy. Like, surprisingly, he was good with that. Like, he got some of the peace deals done, like the Abraham Accords. But it's like, outside of that, what did they do? They influenced Trump negatively. They didn't help him whatsoever. And Ivanka Trump especially should stay far away from the White House. So I'm glad to see that Trump realized, oh, wait, Jared Kushner, especially Ivanka Trump, they should not be in my administration. They're worthless. They have no clue what they're doing. Why are they here? Immigration was the centerpiece of Trump's campaign, and he didn't flinch in saying he will carry out mass deportation of those who are living here illegally. First will be convicted criminals, he said, which is just common sense. Again, is anyone surprised by this? He said this a million times. We start with the criminals, we deport them. Then we talk about everyone else. We start the very bad people that are here illegally. Pressed on whether the targets would go beyond that group, Trump added, well, I think you have to do it, and it's hard. It's a very tough thing to do. But you have to, you have rules, regulations, laws that they came in illegally, and yeah. Listen, I'm not saying that every single illegal is a bad person, but they did break the law. They came here illegally, and they should be deported. But like Trump said, yeah, let's start with the real bad ones. Start with the convicted criminals. Get them out of here. These people should not be here anyways. Why are they here? They committed a crime, not just by coming here illegally, but they probably did more crimes here. So start with these people. Then we could talk about, okay, what about these other 20 million illegals, which I would say deport all of them. They came here illegally. Asked about families with mixed immigration status, where some are in the U.S. legally and some illegally, Trump said, I don't want to be breaking up families. So the only way you don't break up the families, you keep them together and you have to send them all back. Now, I want to see more from Trump about what he means by this. Is he's just saying, oh, if there's one illegal here for a family, like there's one of them illegally here, do they all get deported? I don't think that's what he means here. I think he means, okay, some of these people, there's like one family member that's legal, everyone else is illegal. All right, everyone else is abusing the system. They should be gone. If that's what he's talking about, where you have people abusing the system, that's a different story. That's what I think he means here. But I want some clarification because I don't think it's a good idea to say, hey, listen, you have one illegal in your family. Everyone else is completely legal. But one guy broke the law, so we have to deport all of you. I don't think that's what he means. I just think he means if it's them abusing it, yeah, that's a different story then. You have no choice, he said. First of all, they are costing us a fortune, but we're starting with the criminals, and we've got to do it. And then we're starting with others, and we're going to see how it goes. Which, yeah, I don't care how much it costs, which even then it's not as much as some people think it is. I mean, the amount of money we would save by deporting these people anyways would cover it. But fine, let's just say it costs $50 billion or $100 billion, all right? Let's just say it costs that amount to deport all these people. Well, I think it's worth it because you're getting rid of criminals. You're getting rid of bad people in this country that should not be here anyways. I mean, do I gotta remind everyone about Laken Riley? She should be alive right now. But because of what Joe Biden did with the southern border, guess what? She's not here anymore. So what would you rather have? Spend a bit more money on, you know, deporting illegals, or would you want more Laken Rileys? I think it's clear. What would you rather have? I would say spend more money. An exception might be the Dreamers, people who were brought in the US illegally as children and have lived here for years. He voiced openness towards a legislative solution that would allow them to remain in the country. Now, this is the one part that I completely disagree with. These people are here illegally. I don't care if they came here as a child. They're here illegally. This is dumb. I'm not a big fan of him saying, I will work with Democrats on a plan. Don't. Do not give these Dreamers any kind of amnesty. Don't. These people were brought here illegally. Just listen, I'm not saying that, oh, they're bad people. They're not. I'm not saying that whatsoever, but they're here illegally. It doesn't matter if they're a kid or not. They were here illegally. He also said he intends to eliminate birthright citizenship, which it makes up for what he said about Dreamers. So this stuff right here is bad. The Dreamers stuff, I don't get what Trump's doing here. But he wants to eliminate birthright citizenship, which I think is common sense. And I know they're going to spin this as well. The protections enshrined in the 14th Amendment. It's like, oh, shut up. This system we got right now is so dumb. Like, if one of your parents is a citizen of the United States, that's one thing. Of course, you are granted citizenship if one of your parents is a citizen. But isn't it really fair to millions of legal immigrants for them to go through the process, and it takes them years to become a citizen? But you could theoretically have a bunch of illegals come here illegally. They have a kid, and that kid's automatically a citizen? What type of system is that? That's a dumb system. That incentivizes people to come here illegally. That's just common sense. Like, yeah, if you have a kid, that kid is a citizen. And it would be a lot more difficult for you to be deported since you have that kid. That's why the system right now is dumb. It should be if you have at least one citizen as a parent. It doesn't matter, like, if you just became a citizen, if you were a citizen for your entire life, it doesn't matter. If one of your parents is an American citizen, you should be granted citizenship. Not this crap of, well, neither of them are citizens. They're here illegally, but I was born here, so I'm a citizen. That's a bullshit system. That needs to change. I don't care if that sounds bad. It's the truth. It incentivizes illegal immigration, and it screws over people that actually goes through the process. So either way, this was good stuff by Trump. This was very good stuff. He did a good job mostly, except for the Dreamer stuff, talking about immigration, talking about pardons for January 6th people. Hell, he talked about even the minimum wage going up, which came out of nowhere. We'll see what happens, but Trump's second term is looking a lot better than his first. Again, his first term wasn't bad. It just, he had incompetent people like Ivanka Trump in the administration, but now they're gone. And it seems like Trump is taking it much more seriously a second time around. Plus, he doesn't have to worry about re-election. So he can do whatever the hell he wants, which on top of having a mandate, it's a double win. He has a mandate, and he doesn't have to worry about re-election. So some of these more controversial things he can actually do. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Godspeed to all of you.